Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour mes petits, c'est Tempo Hôtel avec madame. Aujourd'hui, je porte mon t-shirt qui dit Got Books. J'ai pensé que c'était drôle. Aujourd'hui, je vais lire une histoire qui s'appelle The Balloon Tree. This was a special request by one of our friends who wanted, he's in a different class in grade 4, but he still follows our YouTube channel. And he wanted to hear The Balloon Tree one more time before the end of grade 4. So I thought that this would be a great book for Friday. It's written and illustrated by Phoebe Gilman. So this book is just awesome. It is a little bit of a longer one, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Long, long ago, and far away across a wide ocean, there was a small, happy kingdom. In a big castle at the top of its highest hill lived the king and his daughter, Princess Leora. Princess Leora loved playing and singing and dancing, but most of all, she loved balloons. The castle was always full of them. Then one day, messengers came with an invitation for the king. His Majesty, the great king, invites your Majesty to a royal tournament. Please bring your bravest knights. Can I come too? Princess Leora asked. I'm sorry, but not this time. I won't be gone for long, and your uncle will look after things here. I want you to help him, said her father. Not the Archduke. I don't like him. He's grumpy and he never plays games. And what will I do if something goes wrong? Princess Leora said. Oh, don't you worry. You can always signal me. Just gather a bunch of your balloons and release them from the tower. Wherever I am, I will see them and come home right away. He kissed his daughter goodbye and rode off. As soon as the king had gone, the Archduke rushed in with the meanest guards in the kingdom. At last, the chance I've been waiting for. Now I will be king. Guards, lock the princess in her room and destroy all of her horrible balloons. Destroy every single balloon in the kingdom. Pop, wham, kablam. Princess Leora could hear the sound of balloons popping everywhere. How could she signal her father if she had no balloons? But there was something that the Archduke did not know. A secret passage that led to the chamber of Leora's friend, the wizard. Quickly she slipped through a small opening behind a curtain. And entered the dark, twisting stairwell inside the walls of the castle. At last she came to the wizard's chamber. You must help me, whispered Princess Leora. Quickly she told the wizard what the evil Archduke had done. There was only one thing to do. Find one whole balloon before the next sunrise, plant it under the tree that grows in the courtyard, and say these magic words. Moon, balloon, tickle the tree. 4 balloons, more balloons, blossom for me, said the wizard. The sun was setting as Princess Leora slipped through the castle gates to begin her search. She visited the richest lord in the city, but all his balloons had been broken. She asked the butcher, she asked the baker, she even asked the old toy maker, but no one had any balloons. She looked through dark alleys, she hunted in the empty marketplace, and she knocked on every single door. At last dawn was near, and there was nowhere else to look. Sadly, Princess Leora sat down by a small cottage. The little boy who lived there heard her and came to the window. Princess Leora, what are you doing out here in the dark? He asked. When the princess told him why she had to find a balloon before morning, a strange look came over the boy's face. I can help you. He ran off inside and came back with the balloon. When I heard that all the balloons popping, I was scared and I hid my last one at the back of my closet. I wanted to keep it, but I think you need it more than I do. Princess Leora thanked the boy and ran back through the empty marketplace, past the stores of the butcher, the baker, and the old toy maker, past the lord's house and through the castle gates. The room was just... Goodness me, Madame cannot speak today. Not the room, the moon. The moon was just beginning to fade when she came to the tree in the courtyard. She knelt down next to it, dug a hole, and planted the balloon in it. Then she said the magic words. Moon balloon, tickle the tree. 4 balloons, more balloons, blossom for me. Suddenly, the tree began to quiver. Tiny balloons blossomed on it and began to grow bigger and rounder. Princess Leora reached up to touch one, and hundreds came floating down. More and more balloons blossomed from the trees until they filled the entire courtyard. As the sun rose, they drifted through the gate, and people leaned from their windows and rushed into the streets, shouting and pointing and laughing. "Pop those balloons!" the Archduke shouted to his men. But whenever they tried, the magical balloons whizzed away. Before long, the whole city was filled with balloons. All the shopkeepers had to close their doors. All the chickens had to fly their coops. All the traffic had to stop. And still the tree kept blossoming. All the workers had to play. All the schools had to close. Balloons were everywhere. And still the tree kept blossoming. The Archduke jumped up and down with rage when he saw that his guards couldn't pop the balloons. He rushed at the tree with his spear, but suddenly a balloon blossomed on its point, and he bounced right back on his bottom. Just then a balloon burst forth from the end of every spear. Madder than ever, the Archduke ran after Princess Leora, shouting, "I will get you for this!" Far away, the king was riding through a dark forest when he saw a balloon caught on the branch of a tree. He thought that was a strange place for a balloon to be, but when he came to the edge of the forest, he saw something even stranger. His whole kingdom was filled with thousands and millions and zillions of balloons. Leora! She must be in great danger. Back to the castle at once, the king gasped. When the king galloped into the courtyard, he could see the Archduke screaming at the princess. "You spoiled everything! It isn't fair! I want to be king!" He was shouting at her. "Princess Leora was right about you, you traitor! Knights, put the Archduke and his men right where they belong, into the dungeon!" the king thundered. Then the king invited everyone to the kingdom for the biggest party they had ever been. The people played and danced and sang, and Princess Leora opened the royal treasure chest and gave everyone a present. The balloon tree never stopped blossoming as the moon rose, but the party went on and on into the night. Eventually it did stop rising as soon as the sun rose the next day. All the people were staying up way past their bedtime. As for the Archduke and his men, they were in the dungeon for a long, long time, but they were never bored. They were kept very busy. Blowing up balloons. Donc voilà, mes amis. Merci et bonne journée. J'espère que tout le monde passe une bonne fin de semaine. Ok, je vous aime. Au revoir.